99% of animal products in the US come from factory farms. The industry has been linked to environmental damage, as a farm of 5,000 pigs can create as much waste as a town of 20,000 people.
We asked college students about their opinion on factory farming. Could you briefly describe what your diet is like?
How many days in a week would you say that you consume meat or animal products? Not cheese.
Probably every single day.
Almost about every day in some form.
Oh, I actually am a huge meat lover. I just don't like neither meat.
Here's an article for you to read with information about the environmental impacts of factory farming. After reading the article, on a scale from 1 to 5, how effective do you perceive your individual efforts to be?
Okay. Is that John? Okay.
It's
Okay.
Okay?
sorry.
So why aren't people changing their diets? Is it because people don't think factory farming is a serious issue? On a scale from 1 to 5, how would you rate the seriousness of factory farming as an environmental issue?
Well, the amount of CO2 being released because of factory farming is a lot. It's actually 90 million tons of carbon in the fuel. Well, that's a lot, so.
Especially because it's talking a lot about global emissions, which what I've learned previously in my own experiences with like urban and global cities, which is where a lot of this consumption takes place. It's definitely one of the main factors, I would think, especially fueling not only like the food industry, but people's own consumption of food and how that's a daily process for people. If that's continuing to happen on a large basis with major populations, then it would make sense that it has a really big environmental effect.
How feasible would it be for us to alleviate the problem of factory farming?
I think everything that goes against money in this world is really hard to try to tackle. And I come from a country, Brazil, where factory farming is a big part of the economy. And if you're going to tackle all the problems that it also involves, you'll tackle a big part of the economy, and this goes against the most powerful in the country.
You do it individually, that does something, but that doesn't really do much into like changing the carbon emissions, because they're saying that there are like billions of people who eat meat, and say if I change my habit, that's like it's not even a dent to the problem, you know?
Or is it because we can't take control of the problem? But we can. Introducing Unlearn Learned Helplessness. In mainstream media, there are a lot of news stories focusing on the negative aspects of factory farming. In order to avoid furthering the helpless feeling, we suggest promoting more comprehensible and positive messages. We can do this by replacing the complex numerical figures with more generic phrases. Instead of putting the responsibility on the industry or the government, we as individuals should take action to help alleviate the problem.